It's Sauzee!
I wasn't asking a guy like Franck Sauzee to go on trial. I spoke to him on a type of basis that it was an old international adversary talking to and happy to see each other. And I spoke to him about a lot of things in France that, I'm quite versed in the European scene.
Oh, Franck, what can you say about Franck? He's done everything in the game, hasn't he? Absolutely. I was watching Eurosport the other week there, and it was in Marseille, and you seen Franck playing. Clips of Marseille winning the European Cup, and you seen Franck playing, you know, inside the boys, these Jumps and all these boys.
The way you play in a training match, we want to check your fitness in the legs. You know the Franck Sauzee that I played against in Paris with Scotland or at Hampden with Scotland. You're not that age anymore. And Franck says, yeah, I understand.
Allez, il fallait l'aider. Ouh, laissez! Oui!
But de Sauzee.
Il a laissé juste comme il fallait.
Playing in a practice match for us at the back in a 4, and we then played him in the second half of that game in the midfield. And I says, I know we don't really need a midfielder, but I prefer him in midfield.
And I remember the first time when I went to Edinburgh and to Hibernians, and I was very, very happy. And after I remember our first game at Hibernians, you know, it was very friendly with me. I was a new player, but the fans were superb with me. You know, and you don't forget.
Shot, Sauzee, a skimmer!
Vive l'Écosse! Vive Hughes et vive la France! It's Sauzee! And it's 3-1.
I wouldn't say he's got great tricks. He's just got the knowledge of the game that buys him 2 yards. He'll go out and get it back, and the next one, he'll know where the ball's going before it comes to him. You know, it's a sign of all good players.
The fans are very, very friendly with me, okay? Because when I'm working on the street, they shout to me, "Frankie boy," or "Come on, Frankie." Yes, it's very, very important for a player. You know, you feel well, and after on the pitch, you give the maximum, the maximum. When I signed for Hibs, you know, everybody talked to me and told me, "Franck, massive game, the derby, come on, the derby. Always, you know, I talk with the derby.
Franck Sauzee went on record saying before the game, he said, we knew we weren't going to get beat, just the way Yogi was going about. You know, and what he's done in the game, you know, and I must have got to him. Come on, and I must have got him wound up.
He had a fantastic power, you know, to give the big motivation to the other players. And I remember we talked together on the bus about the derby. Hughes was cool on the bus, but after on the dressing room it was a moment with high emotion.
Oh, it's only gone as far as Sauzee, who can hit them, and it's 2-0 to Hughes. Another fine finish, this time from Franck the Frenchman.
Well, he doesn't score ordinary goals, this lad. And that's why he's a European Champions Cup winners medal, and he goes all the way to celebrate with the Hibs fans. What a start for Alex McLeish's side this evening. Fitzroy Simpson back here defending as Grant Brevner tries to get the cross in. Breaks perfectly for Franck Sauzee. Now, you don't see a ball struck any sweeter than that. And that's a finish that would grace any stadium in Europe. Right over the top of it, bang! And again, Niemi blameless.
Here's Tom Smith. All the way to the back, Sauzee's there. It's in the back of the net! Hibs have taken the lead. That ball seemed to take an eternity to hit the net. Indecision. The hard defence. And Hibs are back in front. Sauzee actually knows he scored the goal for Hibernian. Right on the hour, perfect timing. Look at that, just heading it back across goal. Niemi in trouble, Presley can't get there, it's 2-1 Hibs. And I think the Frenchman can now take all the recognition.
When you play against a small team, you have to be very focused on this game, because you think before, and it's natural, but just before the game you think that it will be easy. But football is not that. You understand? Every game are very difficult, especially here in Scotland. And I think yes, it was a difficult game for us. All the derby are very different the other games. There is a real passion in Edinburgh with this derby, and I think last a couple of years Arts won a lot of games, and I think maybe this year there was a good change, and when we won 6-2, it was an unbelievable game. I think our best game this season. The quality was very high, and the atmosphere in the stadium was wonderful. It's my best remember, I think, for this season, and I think also for the fans, because to see it was a special evening, I think, for the fans as well. I think to prepare and to win the game, you have to have a very good atmosphere in the dressing room. This is the most important. Even if you have a lot of players with good ability, top players, if you don't have a good atmosphere in the dressing room, it's wrong, definitely wrong.
Frank's a very genuine guy. I found that, because when you first meet him, you look at him and you think, here's a guy that's did it, and maybe he's going to be a bit, standoffish or whatever, but Franck is just like, any of the boys, real down to earth, and all Franck wants is what's best for the club. In the dressing room, you can see he's been a huge influence, being in that dressing room, and he's in amongst, now that he fully understands English, only when the manager's having a moan does he fail to understand the English language. Big Franck. No, in the dressing room he's in the jokes. He's a wind-up merchant himself. So I think he's fully acclimatised to the dressing room and Scottish football.
Franck is always reminded that in the past he played at the highest level, but he feels that he still is.
For me, I'm still playing a high level, because when you play a Scottish Final Cup, you are very happy. It's a high level against a top club, and I think Hibernian is a top club as well. Everybody speaks about or talks about Celtic and Rangers in Scotland, but I think Hibernians is very close to these two teams, and I'm delighted to be there for the next season, and we try to do the same thing that's this year, and I'm sure we can do that, definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 99-2000 Player of the Year for Hibernian Football Club, Franck Sauzee.
Now, I would like to tell you that it's a strange sensation for me, you know, because I'm very, very happy to receive this award. When I came in Scotland, I found an atmosphere between the player and the fans fantastic, and I would like to dedicate this prize to the player, to the staff, and of course, for you, the fans. Thanks a lot.